from Greece. Thank you so much for your interest in joining me for my morning stretches as I travel through these beautiful islands here in Greece. I thought I'd give you a little tour and show you where we're leaving now from the island of Phoenicia on our way to Naxos. You may know that I teach online dance and fitness classes along with chair fitness classes, and I took a little break from online teaching due to the time difference and a very rocky, unstable boat. What I soon saw was that my mood drastically changed, my energy level changed, and I wasn't the only one who noticed. So I recently got back into a better routine of stretching in the morning and trying to work out at least a couple times a day, and I am noticing a huge impact on my life, which of course I knew that, but experiencing it for myself after not moving and dancing consistently for years just reaffirmed what I already know, that movement is so important. So thank you again. I'll get right to stretching. I hope you will join me, and I plan to do this every day so you can follow along, and I hope that it makes you feel as good as I do, even if you're not in one of the most beautiful places in the world. So again, here's a little brief tour where I am, and let's go ahead and start stretching. We're going to start in a nice comfortable seat. You can do this in a chair, you can put pillows under your knees, but try to be as comfortable as possible. You can keep the legs crossed or slightly uncrossed, it really doesn't matter. We're going to put those arms on those knees or upper thighs. Just take a nice inhale through your nose. Exhale it out. Maybe you close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. One more time. Inhale, nice and deep through the nose. Sitting up nice and tall, keeping that chin parallel to the ground. Thinking about keeping the ears back over the shoulders and over the hips. One more time. Let's inhale it. And on the exhale, think about pulling that belly in towards your spine. So beautiful posture, so important. On that next inhale, just let those arms float on up. Those palms come to touch and straight through the center. Just one more time, inhaling up and exhaling. The next time, take that left arm high, right hand firmly roots down into the ground. Inhale up and arc on over. Keeping that chest lifted. You just want to feel a nice stretch in the side body. That's all we're looking for. One more breath in, making lots of space in the rib cage. Exhaling, melt. And releasing that. Take it to the other side. Inhaling the right arm high. Making space and exhaling. Bending over again. All you want to feel is a nice stretch along the ribs, elongating and melting. Release that down to the ground. Take those shoulders up to the ears and squeeze the shoulder blades down. Make a nice big circle, reaching them forward, up and back. Again, keep your eyes closed once you know the movement. And that's beautiful. Take those palms, inside them out, and press them towards me. On the inhale and exhale, squeeze that belly back around the spine, tuck the chin. As you inhale, come up to sit and just reach those arms back, nice and wide, opening up the shoulder blades, and place them down. You're going to pick one leg up, maybe your left leg with me, extend it long, turn your torso over to the side so your belly button is facing that leg. You're going to inhale, make your back nice and straight, and then pull forward. And here again, you just want to feel some sensation along the back of the leg. Take a nice big inhale here, and then just melt. We're going to hold this for a count of 3, 2, 1, and then slowly walk those hands up. Bring those legs in and and switch it to the other side. Take a nice big inhale and twist that torso over so your belly button is headed towards that right leg. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, move that chest towards your leg. You can walk those hands down and just find that point of sensation where you feel a nice stretch along that hamstring. It does not need to be painful to be healthy. And on the inhale, walk those hands up. And then come to butterfly. So those legs are opening. Your butterfly might be out here or closer in. Just place those hands on the ankles. Maybe your thumbs come to the pads of those big toes. Take the elbows if you'd like. Press them out to the side. Inhaling and exhaling. Hold. Just a nice gentle stretch, opening up the inner thighs, the groin muscles. And do what feels good to you. I like to shift side to side. Give the insides of my thighs a little pressure to help open up those hips. What feels good to you is where you should be. We'll inhale that up, scooping that belly, rounding through. We're going to extend both legs long. And take hands by your hips and just press in. Maybe shift side to side. Pressing in, maybe you lift those hips up, pulling that belly to spine, scooping it. Little strengthening move for your arms. Lower back down. We'll do that one more time. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. Come back to that cross-legged seat. Again, you can place pillows under your knees if it's more comfortable. And just let this ear melt down towards your shoulder. Hands are by your side. This may be enough of a stretch for you. If not, maybe you walk those right fingertips away from your ears. And if that does not feel like enough, you can take that left hand middle finger to the top of your ear and just let the weight of your hand bring your head towards your shoulder. You don't want to pull or force anything. We'll hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands back towards your hips and very slowly tuck that chin. Gaze is down and then bring the ear to the other shoulder. Again, maybe you stay here. Maybe this side feels better, maybe it's tighter, it does not really matter. If you like more, walk those left fingertips out away from your hip. See how that changes the stretch. And then one more variation to take that right hand middle finger, place it on top of the ear as a little bit of a weight. And feel a nice stretch along your neck. Into your shoulder for 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands to the hips and tuck the chin and slowly roll into the center. And gently bring that chin parallel to the ground. You can open your eyes. We're going to slowly roll back. So those knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Pulling that belly to your spine, I want you to slowly roll your head all the way down to the ground. You can hold on to the backs of the knees if you need to. Now, if you have any neck issues, vertigo issues like me, you might want to put a pillow under your head for this first set of exercises. So we're doing this live, so I'm shifting around. I always like to say it's not about perfection, but connection. So I thank you for joining me, pulling that knee in to your chest, giving it a nice squeeze. Keeping that right knee bent. Slowly float that right here. Always keeping that engagement of the core to protect the lower back. So we're going to take an inhale again. On that exhale, squeeze belly to spine, and then test yourself. Can you stick a piece of paper or anything under your back? Because I don't want anything to be able to slide, not even a thin piece of paper. And that's how you know your core is engaged and you're protecting that lower back. So this right here is enough stretch. Maybe you want to bring next time a band or a towel, a belt from a robe to help you stretch, or you can simply walk your hands up, keeping the head down. Flex that foot so you're engaging your calf muscles and your hamstrings. Release the hands. There's a slight bend in the knee. We're going to point and flex, point and flex. When you come to the point, we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then we're just going to make some circles in both directions. Let's do 3, 2, and 1, and then reverse the circle. And just a reminder, if you ever feel pain or discomfort, you back off. Let's circle for 3, 2, and 1. Pulling that belly to spine, slowly, slowly lowering it to the ground. And then give it a nice hug and squeeze into your body. Release that leg down and you pick up the other leg. Give it a nice squeeze. Hug it in. Hands come behind the thigh and gently reach it up towards the ceiling, or in my case, the sky. Hold it here. If you want more stretch, walk your hands up or grab that band or towel and pull it in this way. I think I'll bring mine next time. But I'm already feeling a really nice stretch all along the back of the leg. And when I flex my foot, reaching my heel to the ceiling, it increases the stretch even more. Here we're going to release the hands and point and flex, point and flex. 2 more times. Last one. Hold it here with the point and circle out the foot. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below. I will get right back to you. Release that leg down, hug it in, and place both feet on the floor. We're going to give our lower back a stretch. So you want your hands down by your sides. Feet are hip width apart. Here I'm going to remove the pillow. I want my head flat on the floor so I don't hurt my neck. You're going to press the feet into the floor so hard, firmly pressing through the heels till you lift your hips up. Take it as high as you can go, keeping the arms on the ground, palms, forearms, tricep muscles all pressing into the floor. Maybe you press through the feet to lift the hips even higher, and then I want you to squeeze your butt cheeks together, giving yourself a nice glute exercise. Engaging from the belly first, lowering down for 3, 2, 1, pressing right back up as high as you can go. Really engage the glutes, and lowering down for 3, 2, 1, pressing right back up. One more time. Lower down, press, press, press. 3, 2, 1. Keeping that core nice and tight. It's all about the glutes. When you get to the top, if you'd like a back stretch, you're going to press into the heels and lift the chest. So it can be a slight move, doesn't have to be grand to feel a nice stretch. Slowly lower back down. Releasing the shoulder blades. Pull both these into your chest. A gentle hug, maybe you grab your hands and get into a tight ball. Then bring those knees out. Again, reminder to engage the core, no paper slipping through that lower back, check and look to see if your shins are parallel to the ground. You're going to inhale those arms out to a T. Palms are facing down, flat on the floor, and slowly lower the knees to one side for a twist. So the upper body is staying fairly straight. Both arms should be on the floor. Your goal is to keep both shoulders on the floor and just feel a nice twist in the lower back. Holding this for 3, 2, 1, and with all your core strength, pull that belly button in and use the core to bring those knees through center. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, pull them back in and down as the knees come up and over to the other side. Keeping that right hand and shoulder on the floor. And feeling a nice twist on the other side. And again, using core strength, inhale belly to spine and use the strength of the core to bring the knees back up to the chest. So we're going to do just a little bit of core work here. Bring those arms down by your hips. Feel free to check in if you want to see where I am so we can move together. Extend those legs up. My toes are pointed. Inhale, belly to spine. Exhale, and lower the heels to the floor. So the lower you go, the more you'll engage your core, but do not let the lower back leave the floor. So you might stay here because the most important thing is to keep that core tight and back safe. So we're going to hold it here wherever you are for 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to point the toes and just do a little cross of the ankles. So feel free to walk them up if you need to back off, but then maybe you come back down, but never let the lower back leave the floor. So I hope my toes and my legs are all still in the picture. So I'm going to try to hold them down as low as I can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug them into your chest. I hope you found a place of challenge. If not, feel free to do a few extras. I may have mentioned I have not been working out as usual. You're squeezing everything into the ball. Maybe lift the head and shoulders up. Release everything down. We're going to roll onto your side. I'm going to stack those knees. Again, they're at about a 90-degree angle. You can be up on your hand or flat down. Just don't put pressure on your neck. Bend that top leg. Hold on with the hand where your shoelaces would be. And just get a gentle quad stretch here. If you need more of a stretch, you're going to pull your hips towards me. And you'll feel it more in that quad and hip flexor. So that just happens by taking those hips forward. Squeezing the glutes is okay. And feel a nice stretch. So I will momentarily turn my back to you. Coming on to the other side. Stacking the legs. Taking your hand to the shoelaces. Pulling those hip points forward and your heel to your hip. And we're going to hold this for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing all of that, coming back onto your back. And one of my favorite exercises, putting the pillow back under my head. Let's put legs up the wall. So if you have a wall, feel free to scooch those hips against the wall. But we just want to let all of the blood and energy and run down the legs. So no forcing, no pointing, no flexing. Just keep the feet nice and loose with a soft bend in the knees. Palms are facing down on the floor. Just let everything go. Just breathe normally. stay here for 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees back into your chest. Just a nice gentle squeeze. Take a moment here to thank yourself for joining me. Every day will be a little bit different. I'll do a stretch in the chair, a standing stretch. So you can come onto your side, press yourself up back into the original position. Inhaling up, exhaling out, and have a beautiful day. Thanks for joining. Please drop any comments